Hello guys, welcome to Cpp Code Lab. In today's lecture, we'll be talking about the component of C++. So we have three components of C++, and they are the three sophisticated components of C++ code. And the first one is what we call C++ core language. We have standard library and we have STL. So these three things are the most, they are the three components, or they are the three sophisticated components of every C++ programs or every C++ code you see out there. So before a developer can build a standard software, has to go through these three processes. The first thing, he has to understand the core features, he has to understand the standard library and the STL part. So these three components are the most advanced, or let's say the source of C++. So if you go to this particular slide here, it was mentioned that three sophisticated components of C++. The first one, which is the core feature. So the core feature is rules that is attached to C++. If you go to our last lecture here, it's already open here. So the core feature works in this way, whereby, sorry, I'm gonna be writing some stuff there. So the core feature is the component, or the rules that guides every program's world. It is the rules that actually protect us, or give us a guide of our code. Example of the guide, we have int and we have main here. So part of C++ rule is that we have to put parentheses here, but not this square bracket. So instead we put square bracket. Sorry. So if you put square bracket here, this one should be like this actually. See, it's giving us error because we break the rules, because we are not following the core features of C++. The core feature of C++ is that we have to put parenthesis, not square bracket. So it's by breaking the rules attached to C++. So that is what the core features means. It's like not following the rules of C++ language. Example, maybe we have let's say we have Python language, we have Java, and we have, let's say we have JavaScript, and I don't want to mention C++. So we have three programming languages which has their own core features too. In Python, you can actually develop, or you can actually create this code here, and it works. It won't work because it is not the features of Python. To actually make a code in Python, I think it has to go like this. So this is just the Python code. This is just a code to print hello world. Just to hello world. This is an hello world for Python. Just very simple for you to understand. So instead, this is just a simple features, or this is just a core features of Python, which is the rules that guides Python. Instead, we can't actually use Python language and using C++ and we expect it to work. No, it can't, because it is not the core features. And core feature means the rules that guide C++ language, the rules that protect it, that makes it work for us. If you put this particular stuff here, it's gonna give us error because this is not making sense. I am breaking the rules. Attached to C++, which is the core features. I am not following the core process. So if you go to the PowerPoint here, it's actually said This fundament, let me bring zoom it, and these are the foundational elements of C++, such as the variables, the functions, the control structures. So mostly, let's just say the variables, example, the functions, and we haven't explained this, but we're going to explain this in the next start, and this is just the after this class, we're going to explain what variable is. So we're going to understand more about function too, but these are the rules, these are the instruction that guide this, and the control structure. The control structure is like what you are to use or what you're not to use. I am to use this, I am not to use this. I am not to use this one, I am to use it this way. So this is just rules that guide this. That's just what these core features means. So that is the simple, that is just the meaning of what core feature means. So actually it's advanced to the object-oriented programming concept, which is the class, inheritance, and polymorphism, and memory management, which you have to use pointers, stuff like that. But yeah, I won't really say much about that, because you're gonna understand that it's for the advanced area part. So now I just want you to understand that core features is the rules or the instruction or control that is guiding the C++ programming language. So it's by following the rules that guide it. In the rules we have here, we said we have these simple rules. We said we have to declare our IO streams, and we have to declare our strings and ints, and to give us this particular result we have to follow the instruction we have here. So that is the core features. So I hope you get that. Thank you very much. So let me go to the next one, which is the standard library. Standard library, I think I thought I explained standard library in some class ago. So I'm gonna bring that again. Standard library is actually let me bring it back here. Bring it back here. So the standard library is the extent of core language, and it is the read-made functionality. So they are the made functionality of C++ programming language. Example here, this is a standard library, because we have core, we have standard library, and we have STL. So standard library are kind of codes that makes our code looks easier and readable. Because if we should say we should program our library ourselves, it's going to take more time than they expected. If you just hold your control key and right click on the sorry, it's not working. Why? Actually, if you hold your control key and right click on this IO stream, it should give us the list what is inside. Oh, I am having an issue here. Anyway, maybe something is wrong. Okay, yeah, something is wrong. Okay, anyway, fine, but actually it's not fine. Something is wrong. I am expected to go inside this standard library, which actually have the functionality of the print out statements and the taking input the user also. So the standard library is just like let's just go back here and try and bring things more clear. So it is the one that includes the tools of the inputs and outputs, which is the IO stream we have here. So they are the codes that makes our code more function. Without the IO streams, this particular code is not going to be understandable, especially these ones there, or let's say everything here is going to be error. If we should ignore this, let's try and ignore this. I don't know what's wrong with my code, but so if we should try and ignore this particular code we have here, we should expect error. Yeah, we should expect error because the library that has all these features has been excluded. You see, this is not excluded because it is not the functionality of the library, but this is the functionality of the library. Without the library, we have no access to the print out statement, and we have no access to the print in statement. So that is the standard library process, and the usefulness. And there are lots of library. I mean, there are a lot of library. There are very much library that we're going to talk about in the next lecture. So here we have IOStream, and we have vectors. Though we have vectors, we have map, we have a lot of standard library, but the basic part, or the most common and used one, is the IOStream, which is operating right now. What's going on? Anyway, don't just mind this. It's fine, I guess it's fine. So now that is everything about IOStreams. And so that is everything about standard library. Standard library is the component that holds the functionality of some of our key or code programs we have in our main function or outside the main function, but still going to return back to the main function. So like this cout with xtd cout is the library found in IOStreams, and the string we have here, it is the library that is found in the string that we used in this particular page here. So those are the functionality of library. So that is the usefulness of library, which is very, very important, because most of the code you're going to be using, or most of the program you're going to be developing using, is going to be from the library. Most of them is going to be from the library, and yes, without your library you can actually have access to all these components we have here. So it is important. Sorry, this code is trying to play me prank. Let me try and use something here. Let's see. Name. I'm gonna clear the board file here again. So it's giving me errors. Okay, no error anymore. Okay, good. So now that's the component of standard library. That's the component of standard library. That's the component of standard library. I'm actually, my library is correct. Correct. Sorry for wasting your time. So now this is the standard library, which has the functionality of the code we have. We get to print out our statement and to get inputs from our statement from this particular line of code here, to get input and to print out outputs. So that is the functionality of IOStream here, which is the library we have there, which is the standard library we have. And the core features is the rules that is guiding our program. By violating the rules, we are not. This is the example of violate. This is the example of violate. This is not supposed to be here because it's error. So that is violation. You are violating the rules that is attached to the core features. So the last one, which is one of the most advanced and sophisticated one, is STL. STL means standard template library. So standard template library, that is actually what STL means. So STL is a subset of standard library focus. It's actually used to solve or to iterate through an algorithms. So that one is most advanced part of, like, it's one of the most sophisticated parts in the language, because it actually depends or based on iterations and algorithm solving, sortings using a container, which is actually used there. So it is an iteration for accessing elements and algorithms. So it is this library, it is also a library. It actually has the features of library also, because it depends on library. Because with the help of the library, we're gonna have access to the iterations or the algorithms in a container. So through the help of the library, we actually include, so because it says it is a subset of standard library focused on generic programming with templates. So it includes container of XTD vectors and XTD lists. So these standard libraries are mostly or basically used to declare or to make a algorithm with readability, and it is used mostly to iterate through an element. So it's kind of advanced. It's kind of advanced features of, like, it is the most advanced features of these three core that we have. And but these three, they are very important. If you violate the rules, it's it's important, but it is very basic that you can avoid being by violating the rule. So you can avoid violating the rule. So I think that is very easy for you to go through, which is the core features. And the standard library, where you include the standard library, is okay for you. And when you get to your STL, which is, it's kind of logical way, it needs an advanced knowledge of programming, or of, it needs advanced knowledge of yourself, or it needs advanced self from you when you are using STL. So it's actually accept or makes your programs iterate or sort and algorithms. So that's the three components, and the most three advanced, or let's say the most three components, or that comprises of C++ programming language. So that will be the end of this lecture. So I'm going to take this in very fast. So in the next lecture, we're going to talk more about variables and data type, which is the most important, or did I say this is the most important that we are actually expecting as the beginners. But if you're intermediate, you should have understand this. So thank you very much. Bye everyone. All right, bye.